Hey, that farm boy Luke was sure something. I wonder what's going to happen to him later. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
I don't think they're going to have anything to do with that. It would be funny if they came across the cyborg butthole demon, but
Cyborg butthole demon.
welcome to this week's episode of Fanservice. It's Wednesday, which means you guys are spending your fun nights with us on our geek-fueled trip into the world of pop culture. I'm one of your hosts, Gavin, joined as usual by my funnest, I want to say fuck, but funnest heck co-hosts.
Don't forget to unmute your microphone.
I'm Harley.
I'm Pocky.
Of course, when we go live, Harley's like, okay, yeah. No, it mutes it for the videos automatically. So as you can tell, we're using our new studio system. We're still working through a few little kinks, so bear with us as we end up going through all of this today. Pocky's obviously in a green room of no fun. I don't really know. Anyways.
I want to be in space, but nothing allows me to be in space anymore. Balls.
Pocky, stick in the mug.
Well, it's funny because we're getting used to everything, doing it from home, and I really love doing these shows from home. It's so much easier. But Harley's got all sorts of fun going on at her house all the time. I love it. Like, she's got her lazy co-host back there. What's the name of the dog? I've met him like 5 times.
DC,
that's right. So we have a great show for you guys today. We're going to be talking about a lot of fun things. If you followed us online, you saw our best of clip last week. I have been doodling butthole demons to share with Harley soon, and she's been working on.
Butthole demons.
Yeah, but before the show started, we were talking about our experiences in art school and how when you're the weird one, that's the actual art student, you don't always blend well with the rest of the crew. Tell them about your experience in art school.
I don't blend well at all.
Like, she lost her mind. It was she did a video that
I had to make a GIF last week, and of course, it was Japanese demons. So I had them in a hallway in an abandoned school, and make them run across the screen with my mouse, and it was like, Brenda, bring me the chickens, and then running her back across the hallway. And then a project I had to turn in this week, I had to do ice and a warm and cool thing. So I did an ice, half the screen was ice and half the screen was fire. And then I had to draw something I associated with the two. So of course my dumbass drew Shoto Todoroki in between the 2 frames.
Because he's best.
And my teacher was like, "You're weird." I'm like, surprise.
Yeah. So, things like that are fun.
Shoto
You'll have to watch Super Gamer Bros tomorrow to see my frustration of the week, which you saw the preview video on Facebook. Not even going to get into it here. We're getting into our Super Gamer Bros. And then we've just been having a great week. So every week we collect a bunch of things we want to talk about. And so we realized not everything needs to be talked about a whole bunch. So we're going to start calling those quick hits, and we're going to do them really fast. And then we have main topics we really want to talk about. And we have 4 today that I cannot wait to talk about with you guys because I don't quite get it. So first and foremost,
a lot of things, sir. Let's be
I want to get to our quick hits. All right. So these are short stories that we just really want to talk about. So here's the first one. Are y'all ready? Only in Texas would they create drive-through strip joints because of COVID-19. Now, first of all, look at those cars.
I don't see anything.
Why is it not there? Is it
taking screen?
It's still like I see us there. I'm watching our live feed, and yeah, I'm not seeing anything.
Why is it not showing up? Because I see it on mine.
I don't see it. I look
Are
at
you?
But yeah, we have because we don't see it. So yeah, we
I'm
have
looking at the live stream, dude. I'm telling you, we don't see it.
We have drive-through strip clubs in Houston now. And we'll
Well,
just keep
since it's
talking.
not showing,
So yeah, we have a live.
not showing.
You know.
Yeah, drive-through strip clubs.
Yeah, I don't see it either, but.
It was showing on my screen for some reason, but not y'all's. One more thing I want to try to figure out. Anyways, yeah, very weird that we decided, hey, I mean, everyone's got to work, right?
I like that you kind of look like you're groping your boobs, sir.
No, I'm itching. I freaking got an ant bite.
Work.
Everyone's got to work, so I guess you can't really complain. Yeah, no, it's very odd that.
I mean,
does
it one. So I have a friend that is it's one of the Miss Nudist things for strip clubs, and she was showing a picture of what the Las Vegas Expo is going to look like this year, and all of the strippers have like the face sheet come out looking like welders.
Yeah, someone thought about that. Like they thought about the drive-through party barn. Why not a drive-through strip barn? Like, are you just going through putting out money as you drive by real slow?
No, it's like a toll booth. You have a little slot, you just put it in.
A little slot? There's multiple little slots. Which one are you putting it in, my friend?
No, I was talking about for the toll booth. I'm talking about like because there's bar. Okay, so those who didn't see the picture of it because we don't be able to do that for some reason, they have actually like cages and stuff. Like,
how are you gonna get a lap dance in your car?
No, you can't get a lap dance in your car. This thing is literally looks like it's been police barricaded off. So it looks like one of those.
There you go.
See, yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it does. It's barricade.
Yeah. So my theory is that it looks like they probably have like a toll thing, and you put the money, like toss the money into a little funnel or something. I don't know.
I'll tell you what, though, they
give
the money to the bouncer.
Exactly.
For the bouncing.
So definitely interesting. Next up, let's see if it decides to show. Is they revealed the Tom and Jerry movie logo, which I thought was just kind of weird because
and
they kept everything normal. Like it's exactly what you think it would be. And it's not showing. This system hates me.
Is it made by Apple? Oh, there. No, wait, that's Harley.
Did it show? Okay, no. I think it's because I have to use this one. There's two different buttons I can use to go live. There we go.
Yes, okay.
No, so I like the fact. At first, I didn't realize they were still making this movie. By the way, do we need this movie? And I like the fact that they kept it in the Chuck Jones, Tex Avery type of style. But those are the two animated characters in the real world. I'm not quite sure how this is going to work out.
Because you got to go fast. This is because of Sonic. This is literally because of Sonic.
Yeah, but Sonic, they did a really good job of blending the two worlds. But to have a cartoon cat and a cartoon mouse going at it in a real world, to me, just does not work. And does anybody actually care? Like, I used to love Tom and Jerry as a kid, but
it makes no sense.
I still do. I mean, I saw Boomerang. Like,
there's only Jerry I associate with.
And then what are they gonna do for the dog? Because that was the stupidest thing they did in Garfield was animate Garfield, but not Odie.
So you mean Spike? What are they gonna do with the English Bulldog Spike?
Yeah. What are they gonna do with the dog?
So I mean, the bigger question is going to be and this is going to sound weird for me to say, but what is the story behind them being animated and everyone else being live action? Where you're doing the Chuck Jones? Well, at least was Garfield being animated. It was supposed to look photo-ish realistic versus this one being.
Avoid the live action Fat Albert route, I'll be okay. Because that was the lamest excuse for a movie ever. Well, one of the lamest. There have been more, but that one was pretty bad.
I mean, you have Smurfs and you have you also have the Smurfs
worked in a very weird way. Fat Albert, they came out of the TV to help a crying child.
Mm-hmm.
And you forgot oh fudge, I just said it. Smurfs, Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Yeah, we're not gonna talk about that one either. But that one was at least that one was enjoyable. So next up on our quick list is Galaxy's Edge is coming to Target. Uh that's just kind of course it doesn't want to show up because it hates me again.
Hit the
They're
right
bringing
button.
Galaxy. I am hitting the right button. They're bringing
It does
Galaxy's Edge
really
stuff
hate
over
you.
to Target now, and I'm wondering how long it is till they start bringing more stuff. So I went and looked. It's a handful of products, and they're already sold out, of course.
Yeah.
Um, except for the $100 BB-8 robot.
Oh yeah.
Uh, it's just it's an interesting
If he's
way. Like
not light side, I don't care.
yeah, Target keeps getting all these like they have the Disney store in some of their stores, and some of the other things that are going on, but whatever. Like, just go to Shop Disney to buy this. Like, they should really put all the park merchandise on Shop Disney. I know they put a bunch of it on there, but like, not everybody can get there. Just sell the stuff. You
But
charge an arm and a leg for it.
hell, they're
Yeah.
doing the right thing. They're putting it in Targets. There's Targets everywhere. I mean, they had Disney stores, but malls are dying. So they're basically they had to go somewhere and put it in the
I mean, the outdoor.
fourth or fifth highest retail chain in America.
I mean, the outdoor mall in San Marcos. Yeah, the outlet mall in San Marcos. I mean, still seems to be the only thing that's
Yeah, they have
going
that one there, and they
as
have the
far
one
as
in
getting
Round
into
Rock
the
here.
Disney store.
So it's the Disney outlet
And
store.
even then,
To go to,
hour long wait.
which you can't do anymore. Apparently, I found it weird that they stopped selling their monthly collectibles online.
I mean,
'Cause
it takes me an hour to get inside to go to the one in San Marcos.
that's just crazy. I'll go with Terry to the one in Round Rock every now and then, but I'm not getting up that early for anything. All right, next one. Let's see if the image comes up. Checking, checking, checking.
Yeah.
No, it's not there because it fucking hates me. They did the home video version of Princess Bride, and Pocky sent that one off. Pocky.
So basically,
That was pretty funny.
a charity group basically who gives us meals for the homeless and for underfed people uh, had a goal, and part of their goal for it was they were going to get actors and actresses to recreate scenes of the Princess Bride, and it is probably one of the greatest things ever. Um, because it's Pat Oswald nails Vinny.
Yeah, I've watched some of it. It's like Princess Bride is just kind of classic as it is. Um,
Yeah, he
It
plays
was
nails Physic. Vizzini.
okay. I'm gonna be the unpopular opinion. I hate Princess Bride.
You hate anything fun.
I absolutely hate Princess Bride, and that was tolerable to watch.
uh,
No, I just hate Princess Bride. You hate everything fun.
No, I
no,
love Princess
I
Bride.
hate
So apparently, I
everything.
don't hate everything. I just hate everything that like gets overly capitalized.
You guys, I swear to
Okay,
God.
Ubisoft, I
Um,
have rents for you.
so that's out there, and yay for it being existing, and it's on Quibi, which is that weird short
It's on
form.
YouTube. It's on Quibi. It's
It's
on.
on YouTube as well, but it was made for Quibi, and I think our streaming platforms are just getting too many. And we're going to be talking about that shortly too. All right, last bit of our quick hits is they released the teaser trailer for the Chucky TV series, and it already looks infinitely better than the last movie they made. Which I love Chucky. I loved Bride of Chucky.
Do I have to listen to Mark Hamill be Chucky again?
We
No,
don't know.
it went back
I
to the regular
love
people.
Tiffany.
But I
Oh,
thought it
thank
was
God, I love Jennifer Tilly.
well, yeah. Uh, because Phil watched the awful, awful computer virus Chucky and was like, it just was bad. And I was like, I refuse to watch it. That's one of the things that will not be on my TV along with the live action Lion King. This
What you're saying
horrible,
is we have a new
horrible
double
movie.
feature lined up.
Yeah,
I
no,
mean, I
ain't
haven't
good.
watched either.
All right, so that's been our quick hits of fun things. Now it's time to really get into the meat of fun topics. Let's start with this one, Harley. DC Universe is shutting down. We know it's coming. We know it's the axe in the thing.
I'm so mad.
Why?
So
Why?
I really enjoy DC Universe. It has been the one streaming service I have enjoyed because the actual cartoons better. I don't comics. I don't really read the comics anymore. I buy 2 comics religiously, and one of them happens to be Harley Quinn. But um, you know, with HBO, I'm concerned if they're gonna do justice to the cartoons again, or if they're gonna go back to we have to make these correct and only certain people watch them, or they get canceled because it's on HBO and people don't want to pay for HBO.
No, it's so I have HBO Max, and I've seen the original cartoons, like the new one from the guys who created regular show.
I
Very
do
adult,
too.
very funny. Close enough is what it's called. I think just putting it as a channel under HBO Max is not going to do anything but move it into the mainstream platform because Warner has too many. They just have like they have 3 different HBO apps that are all combining into one. They got DC Universe, which I had for a while, but I didn't use it enough. And I love Titans. I love Doom Patrol. And I love Harley
I
Quinn.
only use it for Harley Quinn.
So tie it into that one, and I'm wondering if what's going to follow that is Crunchyroll and Verve. I'm wondering if they're going to do the smart thing like Disney's doing and trying to put it all
Ugh.
into one major outlet, which is smart because why people are the problem is streaming the streaming apps are supposed to replace cable and be cheaper, but they're not because every place decided,
And we
hey,
have so many of them.
like Peacock just launched and CBS Access was out. Like everyone decided, oh, let's do our own because it used to be we're all going to be on Hulu or these other shared ones, and then people were like, no, let's just people go away from cable. So now you're almost paying more for streaming apps than you are for cable, and people are starting to get kind of tired of that.
By the way,
So I think putting them all
It's
into
like
one
I
is a
pay
smart idea.
the yeah, so I pay for VRV, I pay for DC Universe, and then I use Funimation.
I forgot I had Funimation until it charged on my card the other day. I was like, oh, I still have it. Um, that shows you how much I watch it.
So Mike technically pays for the Funimation. I am. That's the only things we watch. Oh, I did watch weird Netflix anime the other day.
Well, I kept my Funimation because I'm grandfathered into the $5.99 a month, and so there'll be things I want to watch on it.
Yeah,
But like, I
me
miss
too.
Verve because Crunchyroll has some of the other things that I really want to watch, but I don't watch a lot of subtitled anime anymore. So,
Crunchyroll has a
So
lot of
with
dubs.
the so we have High Dive now on Verve.
uh huh,
So Crunchyroll doesn't have the dubs. Verve has dubs under High Dive.
yeah. Well, I'm waiting to see if that's the next one they're going to fold in because Verve started out really strong and amazing, and then they lost a lot of content and outlets. So I have a feeling that might be the next one to come over because anime streaming apps are
So
basically
right now
killing
they're
it.
partnered with Rooster Teeth. Yeah, like they're using they're streaming with Rooster Teeth too.
Yeah, but everything that's
So I
there
think
is
VRV
owned
is
by
going to be
Warner.
fine.
So they very well be like, it's all going to HBO Max. Which
Uh,
I get. Like I really enjoy a bunch of the HBO Max originals. I haven't watched season 2 of Harley Quinn yet because I bought season 1 on Google and loved it. Waiting for next month when it all comes over to HBO Max that I can watch because I have Netflix,
Season 2 is
Hulu, Disney
amazing.
Plus, and HBO Max. That's what I pay for. And so I don't really want to add anything else. And it is what it is. Like,
Somebody else pays for Netflix. Yeah, somebody else pays for the Netflix. Hulu came through our cell phone bills, and we don't really watch it because we have Amazon Prime
yeah.
with all their weird little side subscriptions.
Well,
So I
Phil has
mean,
a whole. I didn't realize he had a whole bunch of
it's
Amazon Prime
really
channels. So his Amazon
everybody.
Prime bill is huge.
I think the thing is becoming is VRV and Crunchyroll are almost
Yeah, ours isn't too bad. We have CBS.
Well, I'm not surprised. I think they're going to drop the comic book part of it. I think that's the thing people use the least amount. What do you think, Pocky?
I think I mean, I saw this coming the minute like they announced they were going to merge with D thing. I don't think they're going to kill it. I think they're going to potentially just merge with somebody, but they'll probably keep it their own because that's that could just be its own. Like, it doesn't really cost them anything, and they already have it up. So, and it makes their own little amount of money.
Well, when you go to HBO Max, you get the merge of things, but then on the bottom you can select different channels. There's the Sesame Street channel, HBO, Adult Swim, Crunchyroll is on there with limited things. I just watched Food Wars season 4. So you can actually go to individual channels within there. They're like little mini apps within it. So to me, it makes
Oh,
sense.
it's
But
so good. So good.
I don't think the comic books are going to translate over because, like I said, I don't think anyone's really using that one. Because they're all old comics. That's the other thing I realized. Like, if they
No,
were
I'm not.
something current, I could see it, but it's all old ass stories.
Oh yeah.
Not that there's anything wrong with that, but
Yeah, it's
I
not anything
really wanted
I
to read
read.
about Batman Who Laughs, and I couldn't even find it on there. So
Rad thing.
See, that's the same thing with Funimation and Viz. No, Viz. Viz has like their mangas, and you can get the newest ones. They'll just be digital.
Is
yeah, I thought that's what DC Universe was going to do, but no. Um, yeah, so we'll see what happens. I know it's going to go away. I knew it was going to go away because when they very first announced HBO Max, I don't know if any of you guys remember, DC Universe was listed as part of HBO Max. So I think that was always going to end up being the intention. And
Yep.
it's just going to go be melded in, and you get on HBO Max now instead. It's not going to be a standalone thing, which I guess I'm okay with. Next up is this.
Hey,
Let's see if it shows it to you guys. This new movie theater format. Well, it's
this
not
is
showing
how
her
democracy dies. Out with a
There she is. So this French movie theater decided to do a Imperial Council from Star Wars setup for their movie theater, like for real.
yeah.
This looks like a theme park ride.
This is great. I like it. I love the idea of this thing.
I don't know how I
Yep.
feel about this thing, Harley.
It just looks weird.
I I get that people want to have space. Maybe this could work as an
Yeah,
IMAX type thing, but like let's count. There's 1, 2, 3,
it's
4,
just
5,
weird.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's like 15 seats in each pod. So you're still going to be sitting with people. Uh, it's still stadium rising seating. I don't
Yeah.
get the need for this outside of them trying to do something that's not really warranted. I mean, movie theaters haven't had a lot of technological advancements in the way they actually work. Because every time they do, they charge you an arm and a leg. Like, remember when 3D came out, you're paying $5 extra a ticket. Now maybe I think it's $1. They have those motion seats that's like $10 extra a ticket. Now I think it's 5. Like, I don't understand the need for this. You're not really isolated from anybody. You don't really go to a movie with 15 people a whole lot. Yeah. Sapaki?
The butthole demon.
That's Terry Lord. Hey Terry. But to me, I love it. I like it because you're right. Nobody sits with 15 people, but it gives more options. It gives people to have a little bit of space. They can also allocate better.
Dude, there was no more space except around those seats. You're still sitting
No,
right on top of each other.
no. Well, what I'm saying is, it's it potentially gives you more space um, to kind of just stretch out a little bit versus having. I mean, if it's only 15 seats and the space is not going to is and looks as big as it is, that probably means that there's going to be some good foot room.
Well, no,
Um,
if you
but
looked at
also,
it,
it's French, and so they're probably treating this from an old French theater.
if you look at it,
Only the front row has
it's the space is
an
like
old opera house.
around
But yeah,
it.
no, it looks like an old opera house setup.
Yeah, and I think
Yeah,
also
so I mean, if you sit in it looks like an old opera booth, and there is only room for the front people. I mean, you're still up somebody's ass.
And so let's look at this top one. That back row isn't going to get a really good view of that screen. I mean, I love the fact that they're watching Tron Uprising, but this theater would have to be set up in a very particular way with a much bigger screen for this to actually work. And because it's like an IMAX.
Even looking at it, it looks like it just makes it easier for the back row. Looks like it makes it easier for the back row to continue to put their feet in between my seat.
And then there you have what I call the skybox in the very top.
That's what that looks like to me.
It's like you'll see the top half of the screen. So I mean, the reason it works at IMAX is because it's such a steep incline, and it's such a big screen.
IMAX.
Oh, Harley, your internet just hates us today.
It's like going to the. It does. It's like going to one of those old IMAX in at the mall or at the museums in Dallas,
Yeah,
and they do the helicopter thing. It's weird.
I'm not opposed to this.
It's
I just
only
don't
really
see
cool
this.
for kids.
I don't see this being functional. And Yoda and the Emperor are going to get in a fight on it. If that's not happening, I'm not going.
Not at all.
Which would be really weird for watching the French, some of the French films, and all of a sudden Yoda shows up.
Why wouldn't Yoda show up in a French film? He could be French. Pocky's like, no.
No, come on.
Ugh.
No, he's Japanese.
I don't think Yoda's any race except green.
No,
but
he's Japanese.
I guess we're going to figure it out when the Mandalorian kind of explores more of that, but we'll see.
I mean, I don't know. I think there's options for this. I think also we'd actually have to see what it really looks like versus kind of a computer generated model.
Yeah, but if I had to sell it off of that model, I wouldn't sell it.
Because I like to look this up and I can't find it other than our news story.
Yeah, so we may follow this one up later on when it actually opens and they have actual pictures. But next up is a Pocky story because he still insists Pokemon is not the greatest thing ever. There's a new Digimon movie. Tell us about it.
This is the last Digimon movie from the DigiDestined storyline. This is Ty and this is them hitting a certain age because they were all around the same age. And when they hit that age, their Digimon are no longer their partners. They stop being Digidestins to make room for the next patch. You saw that with movie 1, 2, and 3, how the generation before them stopped being Destins, and it drove one of them insane and potentially drowned to death. But we're fine with that. She was kind of a jerk anyway.
We're fine with someone drowning to death, Pocky, for real?
Well, to be fair, she had a lot of things going on, and she did help the who did murder like a whole bunch of people. So she drowned to death in an ocean of despair, literally an ocean made of sadness.
What a sad way to go.
I know, and a gun in your hand too, and you still couldn't figure out how to use it.
She could have shot her way out of a pool of sadness.
No, it was not a pool, sir. It was
she cried a river and drowned the whole world.
No,
it was. But this is basically supposedly.
She's there with artifacts.
She's going to be like. This is going to be it. This is going to be the last one of this DigiDestined series. So, it's nice to see a conclusion where it actually all wraps up. And
how long has it been? How many years has it been?
The Digimon movie was a tribute to the anniversary. What, 20th anniversary?
Yeah, I think it's been 20 years.
Yeah, and the main character is actually aged. The character is actually aged with it.
Oh, Harley's phone decided to disconnect.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I always loved Digimon versus Pokemon because if Pokemon had an entire story arc where like a dream-eating Pokemon wanted to destroy humanity because it was tired of watching the dreams that were all full of hate and death, maybe that would have been a really cool storyline. I don't know.
Well, a lot of the Pokemon movies are pretty lame. I love the new one, I Choose You, and I always loved Mewtwo Returns. But after that, it's just kind of weird. They're always they're just kind of
they're there.
they're just kind of there. Okay, Harley's here. Let me come and put her back into this one. Harley,
What?
you're back.
Yay.
Is
So
it better?
Much better because we can see you now. Yay!
I also got delayed by 30 seconds where you're like responding to something Gavin said, like 4 sentences ago.
I asked you guys at the beginning, did it look like it was working right?
It did until we started going live, and then your phone's like, "Fuck you."
Yeah,
Oh no, I switched to the computer. Now I'm on the phone.
Oh, there we go. The phone's better. Anyways, yeah. So Digimon, interesting, I guess.
Really sad. This is going to be like a real big tearjerker because this is supposed to be the end of the adventure.
There will always be other adventures. They'll go the fucking Yu-Gi-Oh route and do all those weird offshoot series in the future.
It's been every other Digimon series.
Yeah,
like,
then they have to do a movie where they all have to go through time, which I actually like. Bonds Beyond Time. That was a pretty good concept for a Yu-Gi-Oh movie. I ain't even gonna lie. Yeah. All right. So let's get to the main event because I cannot wait to hear this from Harley. So y'all,
I'm putting my soda down.
They are wanting to remake Titanic. Now,
but why?
Okay, I love Titanic. That is one of my favorite movies. One of my favorite movie stories was being in the theater and the row of girls behind us saying, "I hope the boat doesn't sink this time." Like the movie poster is literally the boat sinking. Fucking speechless.
Were they blonde?
Yes.
Were they all blonde?
They were all blonde.
Go figure.
I was the one who owned the shirt. The boat sinks. Get over it.
So let me tell you their reasoning. Okay,
Celine Dion needs money.
I'm ready.
No, this is straight from the story. There are people who are now drinking age who weren't even born the last time Titanic was a big deal. Many of them have never seen the 1997 movie at all, but they know the name of the famous ship and they know about the romance between Jack and Rose. So now Paramount Pictures is considering remaking it as a way to cash in on the brand awareness. Now, hold on. It gets better because Disney partly owns Titanic now. The sources tell us that if Disney isn't interested, Paramount may just make a different movie based on the real history of Titanic, but they'd rather remake the James Cameron version and share the cost to make it. They're thinking a remake's audience potential is higher if it's a remake of the Jack and Rose story instead of something completely different.
Okay, three things. One, if they don't have the original actors in it, just do a flipping just walk by cameo, like Leonardo DiCaprio is the bartender. He goes, "Good luck. I hope you make it safe." Or something, just like have them in it just for like 2 minutes and wish Jack luck. That would be great.
I just
Great Gatsby has to be on the boat.
Yeah, the Great Gatsby has to be on the boat. 2, so you say, "Hey, Pocky, why would anyone ever remake insert title here that we've had for the last 2 years?" And I go, because it's called brand awareness. This is all they ever care about. Is they care about, do you know what Hellraiser is? Do you know what Fast and the Furious is? Do you know what this thing that has become an internet meme has become? And that's the only reason they'll remake shit is because all of a sudden someone put like 1,000 memes attached to like the Cabbage Patch Kids movie. Or the
then why didn't you do this a couple years ago when we were all over the fact that you could have put 2 people on that door?
Okay, first of all,
the answer is never, Terry. When they do come up with new ideas, those have become Oscar baits. Then they get the hell beaten out of them, remade 1,000 times, get copied 1,000 more, and then just for fun and games, when you see it again, it's going to be considered a hack copy. Sorry.
So yeah, if they wanted brand awareness because people were making memes and jokes, they should have done this like the 3 or 4 years ago when we were all over the fact that 2 people could have fit on that door in multiple different ways.
I am just saying there are some movies that never need to be touched. Jaws is one of them.
And Titanic is one of them.
Titanic, because Titanic is
Bride.
perfect the way it is. You do
It's a
not
4-hour
go back
movie.
and try to remake a James Cameron movie of all fucking people.
A
Like,
4-hour movie.
I have no problem with that. Like, I even went to see it when it was in 3D. I own it in 3D. Can't watch it in 3D because my 3D TV is becoming my second computer screen. But I love that movie. I love that movie, and it's one of those ones that there's nothing you could possibly add to it. The effects are top notch, the pacing, the characters, the right, everything is perfect in this movie.
The
Just
boat,
release it.
even if they made this movie before they'd actually got into their shipwreck. And that boat, just from James Cameron's ideas, is fucking spot on from the inside of the boat.
Yes.
All they're gonna do is fuck up the layout of that boat.
There is nothing you could add to this movie that would modernize it unless you set it in today. And we saw what happened with that horrible Titanic 2 bootleg ass movie.
I mean, we've all seen Poseidon. They have a remake. It's called fucking Poseidon.
I just Harley is just not having it with us tonight.
She's just so you angered her so much that she now has.
Dude, I don't understand. I don't understand Hollywood anymore. It used to be about making films, and now it's about. Oh, good. She's coming back on her computer. Okay, your computer and internet hates us tonight.
No, it's the phone. So, like I said, what I was telling you when we were setting up, every time we'll get to a certain part of the show, and then everything will freeze.
Well, I'm going to submit some tickets for that because this is a pretty expensive studio to be paying for it to not to be working right. And I'm on my shadow computer, so there's no problems on my end. It's a high-end computer.
So,
like my brand new phone, the iPad's doing it, and the computer's doing it.
Okay.
So, Titanic, the remake.
So
it's called fucking Poseidon.
You, sir, you just said Hollywood used to be about making original material. That is a lie. That has never been true, fucking ever.
Well, okay, we didn't.
I mean, America couldn't come up with its own fucking horror story, so they brought The Ring and The Grudge over here.
True.
I mean, and The Grudge is a copy and fucking paste. They just put a white girl in it.
The Wizard of Oz is a remake of a silent movie that was made 30 years beforehand. Frankenstein, the Universal Frankenstein movie, is a remake from a Thomas Edison movie made like nearly a century before that. There is no such thing as an original remake in Hollywood. It's just getting the brand better.
You can't make Titanic better. There is no possible.
They're going to give these bitches smartphones, and it's just going to get annoying.
The Titanic's going to turn into a transformer and cut the iceberg in half.
Yep. Bumblebee's going to come out of fucking nowhere. Smokescreen's going to come by and shoot the ice. It's how this is going to work.
And then Godzilla will come up and save the boat.
Yep, there's going to be giant kaijus.
No.
Cthulhu.
The boat sinks.
Y'all, this just
No, Cthulhu's going to be when the boat sinks, and Godzilla's going to come save the boat and fight the Cthulhu. That's how tight the new
dead. And the cinematic universe, Cthulhu is officially dead. He couldn't come back. Well, I don't know if they did Titanic because it's before underwater. They could technically have it.
So, yeah. Sorry for getting loud, by the way, but but this is.
We're very passionate about this.
Well, it's not that. It's just like we've said multiple times in the show, even when we had the death of the apocalypse of cinema and stuff, like 5 years ago, where someone said the apocalypse is going to happen because geek culture is like destroying our very reality.
Yeah.
I mean, this is literally nothing new. This is us. This is where we get to be complaining that they're remaking shit.
Well, I don't usually mind remakes. Like, I love the RoboCop remake. I think it added a lot to the story and the character. I don't have a problem with remakes. I have a problem when you unnecessarily remake something because you have to be able to add to it. You cannot add to the boat sinking. You just can't.
No. I mean, there's a lot of things.
That boat. 2 hours.
There's a lot. Yeah, there's a lot of movies they've remade unnecessarily recently. I mean, within the last 10 years.
Black Christmas is a prime example. That movie's been remade 5 times now.
So, for me, an unnecessary remake was The Ring. the shit we had here is absolutely garbage. If you go watch Ringu and the whole 4 movies for that, it was a great movie, made sense, and all you had to do was dub it.
Yeah, but then
the live action Death Note.
Okay. The Ringu would fall into that foreign film category, and most audiences just avoid that because they're not comfortable with it because they have to read.
Well, you said you just dub it over.
It depends. Some dubs can be really bad.
I mean, like the garbage we had with the live action Death Note remake, all they had to do was take the perfectly good Japanese movie that Ryuk actually looked like he's supposed to and dub over that. They did it with the fucking Full Metal Alchemist movie.
And I have the Death Note. They dubbed it over, and it's pretty good. This is okay. We're gonna have to wrap this up soon because I don't know what her house is doing.
It's her phone.
We're gonna have to test this a little better.
You and I are fine.
Yeah, we've been fine this whole time, and I realized why it didn't show up because if I make a change, I have to send it to live. It's not a live switch thing, so that's my fault. I figured that out. But yes, no, Titanic.
Freaking freezing!
We're going to have to figure out what it is about your phone doing that because everybody else has been fine.
Yeah.
I think it's just, your house doesn't want you to be doing the show tonight. It's like, no, Harley, no, you're not going to talk about Titanic that way.
No! Stop getting angry. Stop bringing up your research topic when you should be doing your research topic on a paper.
It makes me sad that the reason is because drinking age people can't pull out the Blu-ray or video on demand version of Titanic. Like, are you kidding me? Because they're dumb.
Because you know what one of the newest
because they need a safe space.
Do you know what one of the newest mentalities is? And I've heard this with anime fans, and Harley, you can testify this. But that was made in the year 2000. Like, that was made 20 years ago. That's like old.
I know people because they're not raised.
You guys are old. You're only 20 years older than me. You guys are old.
Like, I know we've had people tell us that that's what it is. It's because it's old, but old doesn't mean bad, and that's the problem with this generation.
It does not mean bad at all. I have very fond memories of terrible 90s animes.
Which, speaking of basic bitch anime, did you watch the video of the Gundam walking today from Japan?
No, I didn't watch the Gundam.
They had a time-lapse video. They had the Gundam move out and turn and actually do a little bit of walking on his 2 legs, and it's fucking amazing. Why can't we do that over here?
Because we're too dumb to run our own fucking country. What makes you think we're smart enough to build a goddamn Gundam?
Anyways.
Because Trump would want to pilot into the border so he could stop, like, illegals.
Yeah. Hang on. Let me show you this nice, useless book I have that now used to get me in 180 countries. Now only gets me into 18.
I thought it was 4.
It's probably 4
no, we
right
got
now.
booted out of fucking, we got booted out of the Bahamas. We can still go to South Korea, though, but it's a 14-day quarantine period.
Anyways, we're going to wrap the show a little earlier today because we've had a few technical issues we're just going to resolve. Yeah, it's been lots of fun talking about our stuff today. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget we have live shows all week, and you can follow us online on our social media channels to see our best of clips. If you missed last week's best of clip, you really want to go watch it. There's a reason there's a butthole demon on our screen with us today. Heart Pocky's like, I ain't even getting into this with you guys.
No, I feel bad that we didn't have a lot of porn in this episode. All we talked about was strippers.
Oh, hang on, sorry. Porn.
Nope.
Dildos.
Nope.
Butt plugs. There you go.
That's better. Thank God. I thought we were going to.
So tomorrow night is Super Gamer Bros Live. If you really want to hear me rage against something, you're gonna want to tune in. Worse than
you don't rage against every time we bring up porn?
No. Like, I should have known better. I should have fucking known better. You can see a preview on our Facebook page. It's about the Destiny cookbook. And if you watch the shows, how much of a Destiny whore I am. One of the recipes was literally basic ass fried chicken.
The only thing you are more Ahura for is literally Space Channel 5.
Yeah. And He-Man. Don't fucking forget He-Man.
I love my VR version of Space Channel 5. Oh, wait, we weren't supposed to say Space Channel 5 this year at all. We weren't allowed to say it.
Oh, I've already said it.
They couldn't say Space Channel 5.
He's not allowed to say it.
I didn't say it. I didn't say it at all. It's been you two, so I'm off the hook.
Okay, I was like, are we not allowed to say it, or is he not allowed to say it?
No, we're fine, because it was the answer to
this show only. It's not Super Gamer Bros. It's this show. Super Gamer Bros, because video game show, I can talk about all the fuck I want. This show, whatever.
But yeah, no. It's this one, because Gavin's answer to anything for like a year was Space Channel 5.
Ooh la la, Space Channel 5.
Well, like last week's question of the week on Super Gamer Bros.
I like the bad dancing. It's a lot of this.
I still added it into the question of the week last week.
It's a whole lot of this game.
Well.
I do it so well. You gotta do the weird side, and then the whew.
Chew. Okay, no, you gotta make me. No, okay, we're done. We're gonna see you guys next week. Thanks for sticking with us. We had some technical problems, but we're gonna resolve those as we move over to this new outlet. I figured out what some of them were, but yeah, we're gonna.